We're up to just under 60 people. Let's wait another minute or two to make sure everyone is signed on. The program for this afternoon's award celebration is, there's a link in the chat you can put in your browser. We'll wait just another minute or two. And if you're joining, whether from campus or outside the area, please share with us from where you're joining us. Rumor has it from all over the country. I've seen Michigan, Kentucky, California, of course, Washington. Rumor has it maybe someone from out of the country as well. So let us know where you are joining us, from where you're joining us. Snohomish, Washington. Duval, fantastic. Oldegard. And as we are Tacoma, and as we approach 80 or so folks, I think we'll go ahead and start the program this afternoon. Welcome, welcome to the 2022 UW Libraries Student Employee Scholarship Celebration. And this is one of my favorite libraries events of the year. Good afternoon. I'm Cheryl Stiefel, Assistant Dean for Libraries Advancement, and it is my absolute delight to be here with you this afternoon. Today is really about how we build a connected community. Let's start by acknowledging the land we use, where we work, and how we fulfill our library's mission of connecting people with knowledge. So from wherever you are joining us this afternoon, we ask you to reflect on the lands on which you reside and to gratefully acknowledge the ancestral homelands and traditional territories of the indigenous peoples who have been here since time immemorial. And for those of you who are joining us from more nearby landscapes, please know that the University of Washington gratefully acknowledges the Coast Salish peoples of this land, the land which touches the shared waters of all tribes and bands within the Duwamish, the Puyallup, the Suquamish, the Tulalip, and the Muckleshoot nations. Thank you. As there's so many of us on the Zoom call today, please stay on mute and text in the chat any questions or inquiries you may have. You are welcome to keep your cameras on or off, whichever way you feel most comfortable. Would love to see your smiling faces. If you're comfortable, keep your cameras on. The program for today's festivities, the link is in the chat, which you can copy and then put into the browser of your computer and follow along with us. Today's program really celebrates how our UW libraries, student employees, help us build a more connected community. They do so in our virtual as well as our physical library spaces this year, with the collections and services that connect our users with knowledge and with the expertise that accelerates the research and success of every student and every faculty member across every degree program and discipline. Joining us today are many dignitaries and friends. We are so pleased to have many deans, department chairs, faculty, and of course, the family and friends of our student honorees. Thank you all for taking a moment this afternoon to celebrate with us. We also welcome retired library staff and our current and former board members of the Friends of the University of Washington Libraries. In particular, our staff, current staff and friends who are our steadfast supporters and advocates. You're joining us today for this scholarship event. Many of you we know having once been a student employee in a library somewhere yourselves. And of course, we extend a hearty welcome to all of our donors and scholarship recipients. When you look at the video Zoom boxes, our donors and scholarship recipients may have a special Zoom background for this occasion. I now have the great pleasure of introducing President Annemarie Calcé, who submitted pre-recorded remarks to share with all of us today. Take it away.
Our University of Washington libraries are absolutely essential to our mission. They enable the excellent teaching, learning, and research that make us a great public research university. Over the last 2 years of uncertainty caused by the pandemic, the libraries have been an especially critical partner to all our other units. Staff has been flexible, nimble, and creative in meeting the evolving needs of our students and faculty. They've provided access to resources, tools, and training that our entire University of Washington community of scholars relies on, both locally and globally. And as one of the largest employers of students, the library also creates amazing opportunities for our students from every major and discipline. In many ways, student employees are the backbone of library operations, and they've been absolutely critical to libraries reopening this past academic year. They're project leaders, mentors, and even teachers in their own right. And this year's scholarship recipients in particular have shown what it means to enact values of equity, diversity, and inclusion. So to this year's 48 student scholars, thank you. You inspire us by bringing new ideas, new programs, and resources to our libraries that will have an impact long after you graduate. Through your valuable contributions and hard work, you make our university community a more vibrant and inspiring place to learn, to work. And I want to thank the Friends of the UW Libraries and all donors, past and present, who have supported the Library Students Employee Scholarship Program. Through your generosity, the Library Student Employee Scholarship Program has grown dramatically, and it's enabled us to extend scholarships to the 48 recipients today. Support like yours challenges our students to bring their very best to their scholarship and to their work. And it creates opportunities like this scholarship program that creates impact for the long term that benefits our entire UW community. Thank you all, and congratulations to our students.
Thank you, President Calcé. Now a little bit of history before our next speaker. In 1998, we created the Library Student Employee Scholarship Program, and over the years, and with donor support, the scholarship program has quadrupled its impact. For example, from 12 student awardees in 2017, just 5 years ago, to 48 students today. Each will be awarded a $1,000 scholarship, and that's just an incredible impact for their work and their lives. Through the years, more than $340,000 has been awarded to more than 360 student employees. The scholarships program's impact is huge and very important for each student. Thank you to all who have contributed to this special initiative. Together, you have made a lasting impact on the lives of each of our deserving awardees. If you would like to join the more than 730 donors listed in our program, we welcome your involvement by contacting Libraries Advancement to discuss the ways you could include libraries in the landscape of your philanthropy. To speak more about our student employees, allow me to introduce our second special speaker, Simon Neame, Dean of University Libraries. Simon, take it away.
You think I'd be better at getting off mute than after all my Zoom meetings. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Cheryl. It's great to see you all today, and welcome. This is my first Student Scholarship Award ceremony, and I'm delighted to be here and share this with all of you. So as our president said, student employees in the library are a vital part of our organization. Right now, there are over 280 student employees working for the libraries across all 3 of our campuses. We celebrate these outstanding students in conjunction with the library's annual Student Employee Appreciation Week. This year, like this year's theme states, these students are truly dynamite scholars and employees. For example, our student employees have helped us welcome over 750,000 visitors back to our buildings just in this fall quarter. They've supported interlibrary loan and resuming and improving services, creating capacity to share almost 90,000 items with users in 2021. They've supported the libraries in continuous improvement, helping us to better understand and meet student needs. And they've answered tens of thousands of questions, both online and in person. Each of today's recipients has made a significant contribution to the libraries, demonstrating ingenuity, outstanding customer service, and work ethic. While we don't have time to list the individual achievements of all 48 recipients, I'd like to give just a few examples of their work during the past year. Members of this year's scholarship class have taught text mining strategies to undergraduate, graduate, PhD students, researchers, and faculty across many disciplines. They have planned and hosted and curated interactive exhibits and virtual events reaching international audiences. They have co-taught libraries orientation curriculum for first-year migrant students. Like many libraries, we rely on our student employees to help us deliver services and welcome the UW and broader community to our libraries. I would like to personally extend my sincere appreciation to each and every one of today's honorees. Thank you for your contributions, and again, congratulations to all.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Simon. And now, without further ado, let's meet all of our scholarship recipients who are available today. First up, we have 2 awardees who will read their essays, and many more will follow, briefly introducing themselves. Using the chat function on Zoom, please share your congratulations with all of our award recipients. And now, congratulations to Callie Vance, who's been working in special collections, followed by Johanna Montoya, who's been working at UW Bothell Cascadia Campus Library. Callie and Johanna, the floor is yours.
Hi, thank you so much to everyone who is involved in this program. So I work in special collections. Working in the University of Washington Libraries, special collections has brought me so much personal satisfaction and joy. Special collections closed to the public for over 15 months. This halted all patron research. Even virtual assistance was challenging because staff could not enter the repository. When I joined the special collections team in May 2021, we were in the process of returning to the office, but we're still constructing protocols for patrons. When my supervisor announced a virtual assistance service she was trying to implement, I was immediately interested in assisting with this project. Virtual archival access is the next frontier of research assistance and eliminates several barriers that are inherent to archives. The virtual reading room is a service provided via Zoom, where researchers can view special collection material remotely. This service is not provided by most repositories because it takes significant one-on-one staffing and personal attention. This service is essential due to the ongoing constraints of COVID, but more importantly, it expands the accessibility of special collections and allows for a more personalized experience. Working the virtual reading room is one of my main roles. I have seen patrons shout out in joy, cry, or smile with astonishment over the papers I have helped them find. Being the person who facilitates this emotional discovery is very rewarding. Appointments range from personal family research to academic publications, and it is crucial to adjust to each researcher because I strive to make it seem like they are the ones handling the material. Being attentive to the quality of the video, the size of the text, or reading part of the paper if they cannot decipher it over video are all key tasks that enhance this service. One of the major contributions that I made was enhancing the quality of carbon copy paper by placing a white paper behind the translucent archival record. These deeper connections and continuous assistance has also resulted in numerous patrons, including me in their final citations. When I applied to be a Special Collections Reference Service Assistant, I did not imagine that I would have this personal connection to the patrons, especially in a virtual setting. Being a facilitator for this service has shown me that repositories can do more to connect with its patrons. Increasing accessibility, eliminating archival anxiety, and providing more personalized service results in a more meaningful and productive experience for both the archivist and the researcher. Although my main priority during graduate school is my classes, having this hands-on experience is where I have gained the most knowledge. The opportunity to work with patrons virtually has made me a more empathetic facilitator, given me a deeper appreciation for archival research, and brought me more pleasure in my work than I could have hoped for. I will carry these values with me into my career and hope to implement similar programs in other repositories. Thank you.
And now Johanna.
Hi, hello, my name is Johanna Montoya. I am a circulation student specialist at the UW-Bothell campus. As a first-generation American Latinx, I understand the privilege and at times immense pressure that comes with being a successful university student. Working at the library has allowed me to find an environment that nourishes students to grow to their full potential, as well as be in a position to give back to their community. This statement is especially true for me. I was hired on in September 2019 and was only able to work on site for a quarter and a half before the pandemic forced us into lockdown. Returning on site in September 2021, about 17 months later, felt incredibly surreal, but was also an incredibly happy time as the people I work with have created such an open and welcoming environment. The pandemic highlighted many areas of growth for our society, specifically where POC communities are still at a disadvantage. POC communities were and still are at a disproportionately high rate of contracting and dying from COVID, whether that be due to high volume living conditions or due to frontline work. Although this is true, most service centers do not reflect the needs of these communities by having their signage with current COVID information or guidelines only in English. Often, I would have to accompany my grandmother to assist in translating, and with the ever-changing rules, I could often feel her frustration of helplessness. This feeling is one felt throughout the Latinx community. When returning to work, I noticed that the library was following a similar pattern and felt the need to bring attention to this large community on campus that we were unintentionally ignoring. I worked on translating all the COVID posters into Spanish, as well as I'm currently working on turning the rest of the library posters into Spanish. Furthermore, as I often interacted with library users who only spoke Spanish, who primarily came asking about the English Foundations classes hosted in Cascadia, I worked with my supervisor in connecting with their office to have their business cards for English and Spanish speakers in the display on the circulation desk. This way, my colleagues who do not speak Spanish could still offer them the information they were seeking. In the end, my experience working at the UW and Cascadia campus library, interacting with diverse library users, has taught me to be proactive in helping people from all backgrounds, putting myself in others' shoes to make sure my aid fits their needs. This skill is one that will help me one day not only become a better physician, but also a better human. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Adeline Ellison, and I have been working for Branch Operations Services since April of 2021. My favorite part of working in the libraries is the opportunity to connect with and help fellow students, staff, and all library users. And working within the setting of the university's venerable library system has also provided me with an important opportunity to ground myself in the broader UW community. This has been especially valuable during these challenging times. Working for the UW libraries is more than just a job. It has become a place for adaptability, innovation, and growth. I would also like to acknowledge and thank all the donors for making this scholarship possible, as well as my supervisors for encouraging and supporting me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Erin Andriasi, and I'm a graduate assistant in Access and Building Services at the Odegaard Undergraduate Library, where I've been working since September of 2021. My favorite part about working in the libraries is that I get to develop my leadership skills and be a resource for the other student workers at the library. As a master's in library and information science student, this experience has encouraged me to seek leadership roles in my future career. I'd like to thank our donors for funding these scholarships and to thank our library staff for continuing to support student library workers.
My name is Jacob Lackner, and I work as a student assistant in branch operations services. My favorite part of working at the libraries is making libraries feel more welcoming. Many people feel anxious about using library services, and the best way to change their minds is to connect on a personal level. As a student employee, I can understand students as an equal. I can reassure them that they're not the only ones who have trouble printing or who are confused when exactly their holds are ready to pick up. I can walk them through how to reserve a room or make a borrowing request from another library. These aren't abstract processes to me, but part of my own daily life. I love that I'm in a position to help. And I'm grateful that I can bridge the gap between what students need and what our libraries provide. Thank you to all the donors and to everyone that works at Branch Operation Services.
Hi, my name is Joy Chen, and I'm a user experience assistant at the Health Science Library. My favorite part of working at the UW Library is the opportunity to meet new people, as well as to see and interact with the wide variety of information the UW Library has to offer. I particularly enjoy helping people connect with the information to further their academic learning. Working at the library has also provided me with the chance to grow both as a student and a person, and I deeply thank both the library staff and the donors for all their support.
Hello, my name is Kelsey Kurfers, and I work for Branch Operations Services. My favorite part of working for the libraries is meeting so many great people and being able to help students learn how to use different library services. As an MLIS student, I also enjoy learning skills that will be useful for me in my future career as a librarian. Thank you very much to all the staff and donors.
Hello, my name is Lin Gonzalez. I work in access services on the Tacoma campus. My favorite part about working at the library is getting to connect with the librarians. As someone who wants to continue working in libraries after graduating, it's been a really great opportunity. And I just want to thank everyone who has come to the Zoom meeting today and to all those donors of the scholarship.
Hi everyone, my name is Lucinda Zang. I work in learning services on the undergraduate student success team. There's so many things that have made my experience working with the UW Library so special, but I think my favorite part has been helping students connect to the UW community through the libraries and helping them feel supported in their academic experience through our programming and outreach. I also just wanted to say thank you as well to the donors and my awesome team, Amanda, Emily, Linda, and Quinn, who have been so amazing and support me every day.
Hi, my name is Lucy Lee. I'm doing a dual master's program from the MLS and China Studies. I currently work at the Tateuchi East Asia Library on special projects, online exhibits, and virtual events. My favorite part of working at TO is the opportunity to meet with different library and community members and to promote the library beyond the UW campus to reach into the larger community surrounding it. I would like to thank the donors for their support and my supervisor for all her guidance. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Linnea Camille, and I am a graduate reference specialist at the UW Tacoma Library. and have been working there since April of 2021. The things that I appreciate most about working in the libraries are the relationships that I've been able to build with my colleagues and the variety of projects that I've been a part of to create a really diverse learning experience for me. Also, the quest for helping to be able to connect people with information is one of my most favorite parts of my jobs. It's amazing to be able to connect people to the resources that they're looking for. I would like to thank all the donors and staff of the UW Libraries for their support.
Hello, my name is Melania Eyre. I'm a graduate assistant at the Odegaard Undergraduate Library. And my favorite part about working at the libraries is being able to connect students, faculty, and other users with resources that really just enable them to complete their studies and enable them to contribute to the greater world of scholarship. As an MLIS student, this opportunity has been amazing. And I want to give a deep and earnest thanks to every staff member and donor that helped support me in this position.
Hi, I'm Melanie Smith. I have been working as the Open Education Graduate Assistant since last February within learning services and specifically curriculum support. And it has been just an amazing experience to get to work with these people who are so generous with their time, both with me and the other student employees and all of the folks we support at the library, students, the faculty, the staff, and the broader community. I'm so excited about what I've gotten to learn about how we can really raise up and empower student voices and help faculty like do these really interesting, wonderful things with their teaching. Anyhow, I could keep talking, but I'm going to pass it on to the next folks with my deep and earnest thanks to all of you who have supported us all in such a wonderful way. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I am a graduate museology student who works in photo processing in special collections, and I really enjoy being able to work with such valuable historical materials and to be able to help preserve those stories and be able to share those stories with our patrons and other students. And I would really just like to thank my supervisors, Susan and Nicolette, and my family and all of the donors as well.
Hi, everybody. I am Olivia. I am an MLIS student. I work in the Government Publications, Maps, Microforms, and Newspapers unit at Suselo. My favorite thing about working there is being able to work with the breadth of the collection that we have. Examples I have is when I first started, then we had a patron that came in. They wanted to get some microfilm for papers from a feminist activist, and they're able to find it at UW, but the next closest place will have been at Harvard. So it's amazing understanding how large the collection that we get to work with is, something I'm grateful for every day. And thank you so much to all the donors, the scholarship committee, and also to my family for showing up, and also everyone else's family and friends too. Thank you all.
Hi, excuse me. Hi, my name is Patrick Mckinnon. I work at the UW Bothell Library as an information technologies help desk person. You know, basically the person that students come to when they're having problems with logging in or printing or things like that. The first thing I'd like to do is major call out and thank you to the donors. I very much appreciate this opportunity. And a thank you to my supervisors for giving me this chance. It's kind of interesting being a middle-aged returning college student dealing with a lot of students that in many respects are the age of my own child. So it's given me an interesting perspective, and I like being able to kind of demystify things and show, hey, you can do this. You've got the tools, you've got the ability, you've got the rationale, you've got the intelligence. Let's go ahead and see about making it happen. And with that, I'll turn it over to the next one. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Levesque, and I work as a student staff in branch operations services, and I also work as student circulation staff at the Tateuchi East Asia Library. And my favorite part of working at the libraries is that I get to interact with a variety of users in a variety of different fields. At Seoul, I study Japanese literature and I speak Japanese, so I can interact with people who work in a similar field as me, but they're also people who speak many different languages as well. And at BOSS, we have 7 different libraries and a variety of different subjects that I am completely unfamiliar with. So it's just very interesting to get to interact with a whole variety of users. And I feel like more of a part of the UW community than I did before working in the library. So thank you to all of the staff and supervisors and fellow student staff at my respective units, and to the donors.
Hello, I'm Rishabh Batra, and I work as a circulation student assistant at South East Asia Library. And my favorite part about working at the library is I get to interact with patrons every day, and it is really satisfying to help them all with the library, with all the library requests and helping them with the resources our library provides. And I'd really like to thank all the donors for making this scholarship possible, and I'd really like to thank my supervisors for pushing me to apply for this.
Hi, I'm Samantha Bellman. I work in interlibrary loans and document delivery service at Sizzle Library. My favorite part about working in the UW library is being able to provide articles and books for like a plethora of different campuses across the state and neighboring states, and knowing that those articles and books are going to help people with their research or just for general reading, because I love being able to let people read. Reading is one of my favorite things to do. And I'd really like to thank all the scholarship donors as well as all of my supervisors for making this possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Shachi. I'm an MSIM student at the iSchool. I'm working at the UW Libraries as a text mining student specialist, where I'm assisting faculties, researchers, and students with their text mining and data science projects. The best part about working is the two-way exchange that takes place with every consultation, that I get to learn and grow my interdisciplinary knowledge while conversing with very interesting and talented individuals. I especially want to thank all the donors as well as my supervisors, Violetta Kern and Sarah Stone, for all the guidance, advice, and support that they've constantly given me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chen. I work at the Research Commons in Allen South. And probably my favorite thing about working at the UW Libraries is having the space available for students to use. Prior to the pandemic, it was a very vibrant space, but now I'm pretty happy that we can give those students a quiet and safe space to study. And I'd like to thank all the donors. Thank you so much for supporting the libraries and student workers. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Si Huang, and I'm working in a technical service assistant in the East Asia Library. My favorite part about the work is when ordering the new books, because it's so interesting when seeing the titles and imagine like how would they further contribute to our fellow students' further learning. So I really enjoy the process, and I really appreciate all the donors and the staff make this wonderful opportunity happen. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Stella Haynes Keene, and I've worked as a student communication specialist since September 2020. I'm a current master's in library and information science student, and my favorite part of working in the library is helping to promote all the wonderful events that the rest of the library puts on social media. I also love connecting students with library programs and highlighting library resources to the UW community. I would like to thank the scholarship donors as well as my supervisor, Sandy Hawley.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Hi, my name is Julie. I work at the Research Commons in Allen South. My favorite part of working is helping students find their resources and get their questions answered. I would like to thank all the staff and donors for all the support, and also my supervisor, Elliot and Madeline. Thank you.
I think we have one more student employee who might be speaking. But if not, I will continue. I just want to thank all of our student awardees this afternoon. What great insights about the diversity of the work that the University of Washington Libraries provides. And as so aptly shared, student employees are just the backbone of what we are able to do for every patron, whether it's a virtual experience or a physical in-person experience within the library. And Callie and Johanna, your essays are just so inspirational. And I've had an opportunity to read many of the other essays as well. You know, your experiences are going to stay with you the rest of your lives, whether you become a physician, Johanna, or you become a teacher in any field. The small group process experience, the collaboration, you're amazing. And we all want to take this opportunity to thank you this afternoon for all that you have accomplished while employed at the University of Washington Libraries, and being our largest cohort ever of 48 student employees receiving a scholarship this year. We also, let me acknowledge student scholarship recipients who were unable to attend today: Elisa King, Allison Butsky, Amisha Singh, Anna Maria Gontuano, Andrew Lee, Karina Bixby, Eve Kausch, and Haley Park. Jasper Young, Jeremiah Myint, Ji Yi Kim, Jordan Taylor Song, Min Fan, Molly Kang, Olivia Gibson, Samantha Merrill, Shelby Shipley, Sydney Powell, and Truck Ho. Thank you, library student employees. And many thanks to our generous donors, the incredible work of our scholarship committee and the organizational development, my team, Libraries Advancement. Boy, the scholarship committee and organizational development and library advancement behind the scenes, even in supporting all of our speakers this afternoon, including me. And special congratulations to our record number of 48 scholarship awardees, and to all of our guests, family, staff, friends for joining us today. On behalf of the University of Washington Libraries, please take care, be safe, and have a great evening.
And before we wrap up, I think we have that one last speaker. Cheryl, can you circle back maybe to our last speaker? I believe you know them personally.
Nia, come on down, Nia.
Thank you, Cheryl. So sorry I didn't come on my own cue, but my name is Nia Nguyen, and I work for Libraries Advancement as the digital media student assistant. And my favorite memories, or my favorite part of working with the Libraries Advancement is just being able to express myself creatively, whether it's through the graphics that I make or through the videos that I get to edit. And also it's always a fun time to meet with my advancement staff, even though it's sometimes rare, and just share, the progress of my dogs, which they always love every time I show them. So thank you to the donors, my staff, and everyone, and congratulations to the following recipients as well.
And congratulations. We also have 2 recipients who have submitted pre-recorded messages. So let's cue the video.
Hi everyone, my name is Heather Osterstock and I work in the Odegaard Undergraduate Library. My favorite part of being a student assistant is just all of the people. I love my coworkers and my supervisors and getting to meet all of the patrons that we help.
Hi, my name is Sarufi. I work in the Odegaard Access and Building Services unit, and I just wanted to take some time to say thank you so much for choosing me to be a library's Student Employee Scholarship recipient. I'm so excited, and I know that this scholarship is going to serve me so well in my future endeavors. I just wanted to also share that my favorite part about working in the libraries has been meeting all the patrons and co-workers and co-student employees that I have the pleasure of working with. My favorite part especially has been helping patrons find books that they can't find, as I seem to get some really great book recommendations out of it.
Fantastic. And again, thank you to everyone who's been here this afternoon. It's a pleasure and an honor to work in the libraries and to be able to see, have this kind of impact with the Library Student Scholarship Program is really incredible. We couldn't have done it without the support of all of our libraries staff who mentor and guide our student employees, and without our donors, deans, and other campus partners. Thank you again on behalf of the libraries. Take care, please be safe, and have a great evening.